Hi there, welcome everybody. Glad you can join us. Hope you'll stick with us. We're off today for a good walk around Durleston. It's a lovely day, nice and sunny, not too hot, nice and manageable. Absolutely beautiful. Bit of a breeze. Hope you enjoy. The accuracy and squareness of these walls is incredible. I've always been amazed at this. Right, we're going to take a look in the castle. I don't think it's really a castle, is it? It's just like a folly. But that's what they call it. This is like a lobby with a funny staircase going down. You probably hear lots of noise of other people around. There's a cafe in here. Just looking back the other way. Very strange little statue there. I wouldn't say quite human proportions. Right, we're heading up this spiral staircase. This is something that's going to give Jane jelly legs. She's a little bit funny about this sort of thing. It is a little bit precarious. I'm fine. I haven't got the room to walk around in it. Oh. Right. Come to this room at the top. And here comes Jane. She's struggling. She really doesn't like the heights, being able to see through the steps or anything like that.
I don't like the stairs.
And a quick panoramic view of the whole area. There's a touch of water there. Sweep right round. Passing the Jane and looking that way up through west. And here's like the little turrets, if that's what they're called. Like I say, it's not really a stronghold type of castle, more a folly. And looking back there is where we were the other day on that murky, misty morning with all the fog and the low tide. Right, microphone's on because the breeze has been getting up a little bit. We expect it to be a bit of a windy day today, what we call black flag winds, according to our weather radar app. Of course, red flag winds are the bad ones that we really don't want. Well, not unless we're filming a storm in the first place. another bit of the bay. And down there is a place called Zigzag. We'll nip down there one day and do a bit of fishing. But it's a bit of a hard trip from right around the other side of the bay there to round here. Some big rocks down there. Oh, I've just seen a kestrel come and land in the tree. I doubt if you'll see that on camera because I'm on the action camera. Gives a good picture, but you can't exactly zoom in with it. Right, we're going to head down here now to the globe. There's Roger down there, taking some people on a trip, possibly, or maybe actually going out to get his crab pots. If you're interested, he does trips from the Stone Quayside in Swanage, out around the cliffs, or to Old Harry Rocks. Right, we're walking down towards the globe now. All these steps are a little bit uneven, so if you walk round here and that, take a bit of care. They're all higgledy-piggledy. Bit here, there and everywhere. I suspect they've been here a long time and they move with the land. Right, and here's the globe. Rather large chunk of rock, very nicely carved out. Recently been cleaned by the looks of things. It used to be very grey. It almost looks like it's been sort of recut a little bit too, with the lettering and things like that. It don't look quite as worn out as it used to be. It was like it was fading from the weather. And the story with this is, for us, is my father and mother-in-law both have a memory of this being in Prince Albert Gardens down in Swanage. So we don't know how they both swear blind it was down there. It never has been, not unless it was down there and they rolled it back up the hill. But it's always been here. It was built here, lifted up from the rocks, through the rocks at the bottom there from a boat, and pieced together here. Walk down the rest of the steps there for a little shot of it back up that way. Right, we're going to have a wander up to the next lookout point. Probably start getting views of the cliffs. I need to sort out my telephoto business for taking pictures of seabirds and things like that. We haven't got it with us today, but we'll make do with what we've got. Loads of guillemots down on the water there. Probably all youngsters, fledged. You won't see them on this camera, I doubt, but there's at least a couple of hundred down there, if not more. It looks like most of the bird nesting on the cliffs, at least on this bit, has come to an end. I think next year we need to come down here equipped with the right gear and get a lot of footage of the seabirds. Maybe a nice trip round with one of the guys we know in a boat as well. These are nice, these are new. Look, glass etching. Yeah, they're a nice addition. Looking down into the cliffs in the water. It looks like someone's crab pot, lobster pot flag down there. There's a hide up here. We'll have a quick look in there. Oh. Wildlife from the window. Quite often dolphins are seen from up here. I think quite a while back we did see have a very quick brief seeing of one, but not the pods of dolphins like other people have been seeing. And there was also a whale seen from here, though I'm not sure what type, a while back.
it's open. You can go right down into
Oh,
it.
that's
You can
amazing.
You can go down to the
Entrance.
open entrance. There's a stake on the end.
Back when I was a youngster, you used to be able to come down here and take a look into the caves. I think obviously for safety reasons they've closed them off. But saying that, even this part that we're walking down now used to be blocked off, gated off, so that you couldn't come in here. But obviously they've sorted it out and you can come in here now. You can see the steps that used to go down. The visitors would walk down and have a look. The murky depths of the caves. Often on these rocks here, there are basking adders early in the morning, catching the morning sun, warm themselves up and getting ready for the day. I think we're a bit late for that today. You never know, we might see something around somewhere along the line. We've seen a lizard already. Right, we're just going to head down here. I'm going to put the camera away just for a sec, because it looks like it could be a bit dodgy. I'd sooner have both hands available just in case. It's a bit better. Perhaps become a little bit more steady now. And there's the caves from the old quarrying. Not allowed to go over there now. Walls built up across it. I can imagine it's quite dangerous. You can see inside that there's been rockfall. Pretty much the same as Winspit. In Winspit they've caged off the olds now.
I'm going to do this little bit.
Yep. Right, in the distance there's St Oldham's Head. In between that, Seacombe, Dancing Ledge and Winspit. So I don't think it's in that order. Right, we're on the little roadway now that goes through to the country park to the lighthouse. Like an old little higgledy-piggledy sort of winding little road. Point of interest, small stone quarry. I'll show you it in a sec. You can see in the picture there's a horse that walks round the chain, it walks round the reel, bringing up the chain with the rocks. Now, I found down on Swanage beach before teeth that look very much like horses' teeth. That sort of thing. I was told when I mentioned it, someone told me that apparently when the horses had their lot, the poor things were thrown off the cliff. So it's possible that what I found is from a horse that was doing this that had been washed round in that direction. Here's the poor wheel that the horse would have been turning. Looks like it goes round. As it goes round, there's a gear to stop it from slipping backwards. This would have lifted each one and caught the tooth to stop it slipping back. Drawing that chain up. Those little carts, which I would imagine would have been on a rail of some sort, which has probably been taken during the war effort or whatever, as a lot of things were, lampposts and fences and things like that. I don't know if the wall has been added afterwards or whether there was a wall originally around it. Actually, looking back at the picture, it looks like there probably was some sort of surroundings to it. Little homestead in the background. Guys working down the pit there, digging the rock. I must look into the fact that in Swanage there's a little rail that runs along the promenade and that must have been used for the quarried stone, maybe bringing it into the town or putting it onto ships, onto boats and that to cart it off. I bet it's been taken all over the country to be used, or at least widely locally. There's another hollow here, which I would imagine would have been another pit. Then just over here, if I don't fall over, there's another hole there, which I would have gathered would have been another pit. I can't imagine that it would have been just one pit there.
No.
With all this rock around.
No.
And also, looking down here, there's other hollow bits too, which they could have been working holes, or they might have been formed naturally by sliding cliffs. Who knows? Someone probably actually does know round here. These pylons, apparently, if you're wondering what they are mile markers. Apparently they're dotted along the coast here. They teach dry stone wall building here. I think this is where they do it. This is some of the stuff that they built, learning the trade. I think you can actually come up here and learn yourself. Little gap going through there. Various little features, like that triangle stone there, and the sloping stones there. Something I wouldn't mind doing myself. Right, we're coming back to civilization now. Back towards the castle. I think we might have to nip in the castle before heading off to powder our nose. This is something they opened up a couple of years back. Oh, it's quite nice and cool in here. Those trees, very
trees
strange
are
looking.
amazing.
Yeah, they're like
Ooh.
they look like evergreen oaks, but they're sort of stunted a bit, aren't they? They've been coppiced or whatever and grown up like that.
Look at that.
Yeah, and the arch there. I like this. It's nice.
Amazing.
They've done some nice work here. They've uncovered a lot. A lot of stuff had sort of grown over and been buried and that. So they've done a good job at all that, clearing it all up, bringing it all back to life. I don't think anyone could disagree that Purbeck is a fantastic place. There's just something completely about the place that you don't find anywhere else. And we're back at the castle. There's a cracking view, framed by the trees. Some sort of hole there. I'd imagine at one time there was some sort of stream or something that went through there. Maybe it was literally just a walkway down into there. Seam of bedrock running through here. Runs right the way through up to the bridge. Hope you've enjoyed coming along with us. Remember, please like, share and subscribe if you like what you see. It helps us greatly with the algorithm and growing our channel. And we'll see you next time on our next adventure.
Bye.
Thank you very much for watching. Thank you. Bye.